Welcome back to another Frightmare. Come in and sit down and rest your bones as I tell you tonight's terror tale. It's about a man who hunts wolves. Doesn't seem scary. Or does it? I call this one The White Wolf.
In the mountains of West Virginia, there's a place called French Creek. Many years ago, a man named Bill Williams lived there. He was tall and slim and worked as a butcher. At the time, West Virginia had a problem. The timber wolves in the area had gotten out of hand. They were killing cattle and sheep, and the farmers couldn't stop them. The state of West Virginia had a bounty on the wolves. They said they would pay the hunters $10 for every wolf pelt that they turned in. Bill Williams had thought that was pretty good money, so he gave up his job as a butcher and turned his attention to hunting wolves. As it turned out, he was very good at it. Every year, he managed to kill over 500 wolves. At a bounty of $10 a pelt, that came to over $5,000, which was a huge amount of money in those days. After 5 years of this, Bill had killed so many wolves that there were barely any left in the area. They were almost becoming extinct, and the few that were left were smart enough to stay hidden. So Bill decided to retire. He said the wolves had made him rich, so he swore he would never harm one again. Every day, he just sat at the local store chewing tobacco, whittling on a piece of wood and telling his tales about his hunting expeditions to anyone who would listen. Everything went well for a few years. Then one day, a farmer burst into the store. He said that a white wolf had killed 2 of his sheep. He claimed he managed to get a shot at the wolf and hit it 3 times, but the bullets didn't have any effect on it. Soon, other farmers began spotting the white wolf all over the countryside, killing their livestock. They shot at it, but no matter how many times they hit the wolf, nothing seemed to stop it. People begged Bill to do something about it, but he refused. The white wolf went on killing, and it seemed like nothing was safe. The bloody half-eaten corpses of cows and sheep littered the countryside. And then, one night, the wolf came to Bill's yard and killed his pet cow. Bill was so angry that he forgot about his promise to never harm another wolf. He swore he would get his revenge, and the next morning, he went out and bought a young lamb to use as bait. He took it out in the hills and tied it to a tree. Then he backed off 50 yards and decided to hide behind another tree. With a shotgun in his lap, he sat there and laid in wait. And after a few days, when Bill didn't return, the people in town went looking for him. Finally, they came across the young lamb. It was still tied to the tree and seemed to be unharmed. Then, they spotted Bill. He was slumped against another tree, but he was dead. His throat had been torn open. There was no signs of a struggle. His gun hadn't been fired, and there were no tracks in the soil around him. As for the white wolf, it was never seen again. But some people say when the moon is full, you can still hear it howling.
I guess Billy should have not broken his promise to himself. Seemed like such a small thing, but maybe if he kept it, he would still be alive, eh? Do you know how wolves eat their food? Well, they wolf it down! Shut up! No one asked you. Well, that's all the time we have for this one. Scream me next week for some more spooky fun. Until next time, kiddos, remember to stay creepy.